We now invite you to watch the first part of this insightful lecture entitled The Power of Independence, Part 1 of 6 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English and Chinese on October 29, 1993 in Los Angeles, USA.
有没有准备耳机啊？啊？耳机准备给谁？啊，要翻译的是不是？翻译中文是谁翻的？啊，都会翻吗 ？OK。搬nhà mới hả? New house? For what? Huh? Meditation inside? Yeah? Enough? Is that allowed?
No, not yet. It's for storage.
Oh.
We still meditate inside.
A super structure for storage. Wow. Like this, they occupy the space. If you don't meditate, store what? Books and all that.
Right now, storage and for people who come over, sleep overnight. And later, when we have more people, then we will begin to fix it, and then we can meditate inside. And then their plan is they will join together and then make it big.
Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, this kind of mobile house is allowed, right?
Yes.
Kind of mobile house, huh?
Yes.
Actually, I'm very tired today and I didn't want to come. But I thought I won't stay here very long. So I come to see you. And also because of the fire relief work. Today, I have signed $70,000 check. The first check that I have ever signed for many years. To buy some relief food and supplies for the victims as they requested. Some of our disciples have gone out and buy the stuff, yeah. But we probably need some of you to volunteer to go over there to deliver the goods. And maybe some more volunteers who know where to buy, wholesale and things like that. Because they need clothing, they say they need clothing, canned food, and daily use like towels, toothbrush, all kinds of things. So we need some more people to volunteer to buy this stuff, yeah, and some people to go there to deliver. So you have to ask another, or you delegate another person to organize this. I would like personally to go there to see them and comfort them, but they say they don't allow people to go inside there. Same like last time, they just request food, supplies, money, but they don't let us come in. Now, I say, so what happens if they're short of manpower? So I say, okay, next time if we want to help, we should get training first. So that came into my mind that you should get training with some of the relief organizations and get in touch with all of them in case, in time of emergency, like the fire a few days ago or the flood disaster, then you can get in touch with these organizations and help them with manpower and also deliver our help to them is quicker. Every center should organize this. Volunteer people. And take turns to work maybe, yeah? Maybe somebody is available in the daytime and some others are available only at night or weekend or whatever, yeah? But when it's an emergency, you should be available also, 24 hours. Because if we just give the money or the food, it's not as good as if we deliver it ourselves with love, and care also. And also, we lend some of our blessings from heaven to these people. So it has a longer effect as well as maybe we have a personal contact. It's more comfortable for the victims. In times of trouble, they don't only need food, they need also sometimes consolation, comfort, and some words of care. So I think in the future we should do that. So now you're busy. You have to learn English. You have to organize a relief task force. Yes. But actually in Taiwan we already more or less do that. Every month or not every month, but it's routinely, like every week or every 2 weeks. There's always a program or project going on of some of our people, from Miaoli, go around and dispatch some of the goods or finances to help the people who truly need it, yeah? Or different organizations who are not very rich organizations. For example, like the Red Cross, they are very famous, so I think many people will help them. But some of the small organizations, they take care of orphans or disabled persons and all that. They are not famous, so their financial situation is not very well established. So sometimes we will help these small, unknown organizations. So more or less we already do this. But to go into the action, in the action field, maybe you need more training. So maybe you volunteer to do that, yeah? We don't just meditate, we also help people when they are in need. Yes, because it could be you next time. But actually we always take care of ourselves, right? We never bother anyone. We have not asked anyone to help us, because that's the way it should be. We are the ones who give, not to take. Since I was very young, it's very difficult for me to open my mouth to ask for anything. Maybe that's a habit also. Heavenly people, they never ask. They only give. They have plenty. So we are practicing the heavenly quality. That's why I tell you, you have to take care of yourself. Be clever. And be resolute in your daily problems. And be satisfied with a few things. So we never be in need or never have trouble. We have already brought some food today, yeah? Because I was laying in bed all day. I have to confess to you, I was very well. I coughed all night last night, almost all night. All night, this is exaggerated. As soon as I stopped talking to you and went into the car, I told you, immediately I coughed so much. It was embarrassing, but that's the way it was. And then it continued until I got home, and so I didn't sleep very much, so I had to stay in bed all day. I felt bad, but still I worked from bed. I do all kinds of work, all kinds of documents, and I would say solve many problems and finish many works in bed. Therefore I don't have a proper office, right? Every big person, they have an office. I never have one. Well, I have one in Miaoli, but it's a tent. It's a bigger tent than yours, of course. Well, I'm a master. What do you expect? Right. I have the privilege to have a bigger tent. About 4 persons can sleep in my tent. Maybe 6. Yeah. But I never have such a crowd in my tent. I may have documents and all that. Now, talking about tents, I was talking to him, when he was driving me in the car. I said, I feel sorry for our disciples, especially those who live in Miaoli or who go around with me, like in Hong Kong and that. And they always live in the tent. And sometimes it rains and they all get wet. Like last time you had 4 days retreat in what? Honolulu. Wow, you all had black feet, right? It's okay, but then your clothes were wet, huh? But how did you manage to look so glamorous in the party? How did you do that? In a hotel? But still, it's a short notice, right? 2 o'clock we leave, and still you have to put on a show for the controller to check whether you have enough clothes and all that before you can go in. And it takes a long time to make up and dress up, and how can you be so quick? You really have magical power, huh? Yes, I'm very happy for you. 然后我就说，哎呀，我想到那些香港啊，跟我住的人都会住在这个没什么哈。在工作的时候咳嗽很小，他知道什么时候该咳的，很乖。我停工作了，他就马上拱起了。他说啊，现在时间到了。不过今天有一位医生来看我了，我们同修医生，也许我会好。我很乖啊，很准时吃药，4个小时吃一次，我真的有吃过2次了，很乖。我已经很乖，先3个月了，这个咳嗽还没好。他们都给我任何药我都吃，都没好。不是我故意给你们担心哈，我真的吃药已经2、3个月了，大概业障。他说气管发炎啊，肺部什么发烧啊，然后药就好了，希望如是啊。很多医生跟我讲过一样的事情，好不好？哎，我为什么讲中文呢？听不懂啊。I'm sorry, I switch to Chinese. I say I'm a very disciplined patient. What the doctor gave me as medicine, I took it. And today I took it twice already. He said it doesn't matter, it's just inflammation. I need to be gone in a few days after I take medicine. I say I hope so, because a few other doctors have told me the same thing in the last 2 months. So I thought maybe my sickness is due to karma and not due to a physical condition. But nevertheless, it's okay. It has to be that way. Where were we before? The 10. So I talked to the brother in the car. I said, I feel sorry sometimes for our people, because we talk about other things. He said to me, yeah, he started it. I was very quiet. Yes, I'm a quiet person. Now he started it. He said, such and such, Buddhist great master has conveyed his regards to me and etc. And he thanks us for helping him to print some of his books, yeah, and donating some money. And he's going to have a bigger temple and all that, yeah, built soon. And so on. I said, well, it's just because last year we helped with the German temple, so maybe we have to help with this one also. Otherwise it's not balanced. We were thinking, and then I was thinking of my disciples, following me for many years. And up to now, they still have their own temple, only, the tent. But they're happy about it. I don't know if they're truly happy, but they look happy, at least from the outside. But I say to him, I sometimes feel sorry for them, I just look after outside people. Everybody comes and asks for money and they need it, I just give it. And sometimes I want to do something for the disciples, but other people need it and I give it to them first. Always other people have more priority. And I feel like I'm not fair to you. Like, look at you, you're sitting under the plastic sheet. Yes. And you don't even have a hall to sit in winter. I feel sorry for you. But I'm proud of you too. I'm very proud of you because you put the truth as the first priority. Truly you practice because of the truth, not because I have a big temple. I'm very proud, but I also feel sorry for you. And our disciples, when they follow me, they have only a tent, enough for 1 or 2 persons. And when it rains, I always worry. And when typhoon comes, I always have to telephone and ask them whether they have put all their things together in a plastic bag and then go to the office. And the office is always small, because we can never afford to buy very big land in an expensive area.
So the land we buy mostly is very inexpensive. But then it's not permitted to build buildings, so we can only live in tents. So when a typhoon comes, I worry. So I have to always take care that they take all their belongings and sleep together in the office, which is very small. But never mind, it's only for a few days. But also, I told them, in this situation, we are also carefree. You know what I mean? We don't worry about fire. We don't worry about typhoons. We don't worry about earthquakes. Huh? Nothing can happen to a tent. And they don't have to clean it up every day, right? And no glass broken, nothing. And if a typhoon blows the tent and it falls on their head, it's just like somebody carrots them, you know. So maybe they sleep even better in that situation. And in the morning, they may wake up and see themselves wrapped up in the tent. And I also tell them it's very convenient, you know, like that. So I'm proud of you, many of you, because of your dedication, because of your sacrifice spirit, and your easily satisfied attitude. Because you are truly happy inside. That's why you don't mind the outside. So I'm proud of you. And because of that, we are able to help other people who are truly in need and who couldn't stay in tents like us because they're not happy enough to do so. Yeah? We patient, we wait until they're happy, then we give them a tent. And then in whatever situation, they will not worry. And when a fire or something comes, it doesn't cost that much. But actually, in Taiwan, Hong Kong, or other warm countries, it's easier to do so. No? In a cold climate, it's not easy to live in a tent. But even then, I remember before in San Jose, many disciples do that. They stay in a tent, yeah? You can stay in a tent, and when it rains so much, you can put all your clothing in the plastic bag, yeah? And it doesn't get wet. Most importantly, you keep yourself warm. And you can sleep in the office, yeah? And when it's sunny, then you can have each one house. Now, one tent, yeah. That's your house. It's not that I don't think of you before other people. I do. You know what I mean? I do. But then sometimes when we have some money, and then other disasters come, and people need, and I cannot have the heart to keep the money there. You know what I mean? For future use or 3 days later use, when somebody else there is hungry, cold, and has no house. Understand? So their immediate need must come before us, because we are secured. We have inside food, outside food. We have heaven, we have Buddhas, we have God. Yeah? And many of them outside people have nothing. They only relied on material security. And when disasters come, they are truly perplexed, lost at what to do. But in America, at least it's good because they have some insurances that will cover something. But then when you have your house all burnt down or your papers are burnt, you get nothing yet, right? You can't even get money out of the bank or your papers are gone, for example, yeah? So we cannot say because they have insurance they don't need. They do need. That's why I told him to phone this morning to see whether they need help. They do need. They say they have immediate, immediate needs like clothing, food, and daily use things like that. So we have to help right away. So this morning we started right away. And then I signed a check and told them to get the money, yeah? And also we have some money with us. I'm going to put it up. I plan to donate 200,000, sorry. 200 and 2,000 are different, huh? Is that right? Yeah, okay. $200,000. And we see whether we need less or we need more, okay? And we will plan further. So tomorrow, maybe some of you, if you have time, please can... you delegated somebody to work for that?
Yes.
Okay. You book your name with the brother. But you have to see who can work, huh? Not just to go there and make more trouble. All right. All of you have to go and have to be disciplined. Do whatever you are asked to do. Not to talk, not to make so much noise and make trouble, and try to put your ego at home before you go. All right? Put your ego at home, lock it up. In that case, you work better. So that's the thing, yeah? Immediate now. And tomorrow evening, you have awesome group meditation, right? I'll try to come again. Because I have some other things to do, so maybe I can't leave before Monday or Tuesday. So we see each other a few days, yeah? Okay? Now, this is a very old story, but some people always ask me when they see me, how come? How come you do like this, you do like that? Why don't you shave your head and wear your monk's robe like before? You know what I mean? Always ask the same question. But if I do like before, it's not as convenient as now, right? Wherever I go, I pass through the custom quicker. That's the most practical thing. They see I look normal, yeah? With makeup on and nice dress, yeah? Look like somebody, right? So it's easier for them to let me pass through customs. And also like this is easier for me to work, right? And to earn money and all that. If I just keep saying like the monk and stay in the temple and kok, kang, bong, bong all the time, I can't even take care of myself, never mind helping other people. But I don't know why people are so attached to the outer form. Yeah? Before, I was nobody. It was okay for me to be a monk. For me, an ordinary person. I be what I want, I wear what I want. But now, it's different situation. I'm very influential to the people. And whatever I do, people follow, right? So now, suppose I do as a monk and I sit in the temple all day long and I do kok, kang, and pray every day alone like that, everybody follows me. That's what you did before, and left your home and your family, and I get all the curse from your relatives. Some of them want even to kill me for all the innocence that I have done. Nothing. I am very innocent. So if I am just an ordinary monk, it's okay. Right? I don't influence anybody. And I do what I want. And I only have to take care of myself. Right? I have enough food to have every day. That's enough. So it doesn't matter. I don't need to earn money. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to see anybody. And if I don't work for the refugees, I don't even need to see anybody at all. You know what I mean? So sometimes I go to see this and that governmental person. Just also for the Vietnamese refugees' benefit. Understand? So that they get to know you better. Introduce our culture to them. So that they're happy to have received you. That you have become good citizens of America. That Vietnam has a very rich culture to offer to America or elsewhere. Yeah? That Vietnamese are hard workers. Look at what they have done to America. How they stand in their new situation. How they work to contribute to the country. And how beautiful they are. Understand what I mean? Even though you are there. But that's also for future refugees. Yeah? Also that the Americans or other countries feel that, oh, it's right. It's good that we have received them. They truly deserve it. They are good. Understand? It has always a double benefit or indirect benefit. Yeah? Even sometimes I don't purposely do so for that, but it inevitably will bring that result. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Most of the time I don't have to do with a purpose, but it will bring the result, yeah? Because if the American society or any country who accepts us, the Vietnamese refugees, knows nothing about you, it doesn't know what benefit they get after they receive you. It's also kind of no feedback, you know what I mean? So it's better also we let them know. As a kind of gratitude also, yeah? And let them feel happy. Oh, say, oh, these people, oh yeah, we have accepted them and now they have grown up and they stand on their feet. They have their own job and they earn their money and they contribute to the country, yeah, and look at their culture, yeah. The dance performances and their culture is a very highly cultured country, so it brings happiness to our host also. Therefore, I tell you always have to behave well and try to integrate with the country people where you stay. Yeah? For our country also. Apart from being a good spiritual practitioner, bringing blessings to whomever we contact, we also do it for the country and for the peace of the world. Yeah? Because then many countries will get to know Vietnam, and Vietnam will get to know many other countries. Then we integrate our culture, and each country will get to know the other country and think, oh, after all, Vietnam is so good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in the future, if our political situation becomes more favorable, and many countries have already known us through long years of integration and cultural exchange, they will willingly help Vietnam to build their future. Capital. It lasts a long time. Therefore, I tell you, you always have to behave well and try to integrate with the country people where you stay. Yeah? For our country also. Yeah? Apart from being a good spiritual practitioner, bringing blessings to whomever we contact, we also do it for the country and for the peace of the world. Yeah? Because then many countries will get to know Vietnam, and Vietnam will get to know many other countries. Then we integrate our culture, and each country will get to know the other country and think, oh, after all, Vietnam is so good. You know what I mean? Yes. So in the future, if our political situation becomes more favorable, and many countries have already known us through long years of integration and cultural exchange, they will willingly help Vietnam to build the future. Capital. It lasts a long time. So wherever you go, whatever you do, don't think you do it for America or anybody alone. You do it for the whole world. Yeah? If not for Vietnam, we have to think bigger. Yes, because Vietnam is also one of the countries. And whatever happens in one country generally affects the whole world also. Eh? You know that. Because if every nation is developed and peaceful, then in turn the world will be peaceful. Is that not so? Yes. So at least we take care of our house, right? Yes. And now we don't have a house. You say you don't have a country, so you take this country as yours, yeah? But by the way, what you do here will affect the future of our first motherland. So don't worry, nothing will get lost, nothing will go wasted, yeah? Whatever I teach you will benefit you for a long, long time and benefit the whole world in the long term, yeah? So try your best to follow. And don't worry about my clothes and my makeup. The result speaks for my action. Okay? Don't judge my action, judge my result. Alright? Yeah. Because if a practitioner is not flexible, and does not learn to adapt to the situation for the benefit of mankind, then he is dead. He's a dead Buddha. And only an alive Buddha, a living Buddha, is good for the world. Right? That's why I have taught you to take care of yourself. Yeah? Do your job right. Work. Use your wisdom to take care at least your family. And whatever spare, we can help the desperate. Then we can contribute not only spiritually to the world, to help to clean the atmosphere of the world, but also financially, physically, and many other aspects. We have to develop all directions to become a perfect being. Is that not so? Yes. If you say you're a perfect being and you develop only one, like wisdom. Okay, what is the use of your wisdom? Since we are living in this world, and we have owed so much to this earth, since we were born, at least physically. And now we've grown up, we can stand on our feet, we repay some kindness, right? So each one has to be responsible for his own finances and family. That I told you again and again and again. And now you know why. Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So what I teach you is truly beneficial. Not because I control you, tell you what to do, but you see the result of it. Yeah?
Yes.
Now, if I tell you, oh, follow me, shave your head. Yeah, wear the monk's robe. That's the holiest thing we can do. So what should we do now? When the fire comes, we have no money. And we have to go begging for ourselves. How can we give to the people who are having flood disasters or fire disasters and all that? You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Therefore, be strong. Be a giver, not a taker. Because that's the way of the saints. If you call yourself a saint or you practice a saintly conduct and you always go and depend on somebody else, this is nonsense. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you say you will take care of other people? If a master can't even take care of herself or himself, how can he boast of taking care of the whole world or other disciples? Okay, a master takes care of the disciple spiritually, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. That's the duty of a master. But you can't trade that. You can't trade that for material support. So you are learning to become a saint. You are learning to be master, or to kind of train yourself in the way of the master, the noble way. So you have to first take care of yourself. Then you can say, I know how to take care of others. Right?
Right.
That's why I have told you many times, you don't bow to the small gods or these kinds of things that depend on you to live. Because sometimes they bow to such and such gods, local gods or some other strange gods. And they say, if we don't bow to them, if we don't give them offerings, the gods will, because they're hungry, the gods are hungry, they in turn will not protect us. It's ridiculous. So I said, if that God depends on you for food and finance in order to protect you, yeah, he's nothing better than against the leader, right? Yeah, we go around collecting money from pimps and all that, and then protect them. If God is an exchange agent, then we can go and bow to the bank, yeah, or the exchange bureau. What is the use of bowing to any God to protect us? We are gods. We protect ourselves. Otherwise, we will be at some time or another disappointed. Because we can't always ask other people for help in our life. Sooner or later, our conscience will begin to stir up and feel very bad about it. Or it becomes like a habit. And we lose our power of independence. And that's very expensive. Capito? Yes, the power of independence. The spirit to struggle for survival. That is more expensive than money. And that we cannot buy. Keep it. If you want to be strong. If you want to be the protector, the guardian of the weak and needy, of the young spirit, you have to be strong yourself. No? Yeah. It's very simple, this life. If your house is too big, mortgage is too much, you buy a smaller house, right? Or rent that to someone else more wealthy. For example, like that. Don't get yourself into financial trouble and become dependent, because we lose our pride then. We lose our self-respect. We can't sell it for money. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. Therefore, I always tell you, support yourself, right? So you never be dependent. Of course, we have disaster sometimes, unexpected circumstances. Then at that time, we have to think fast, yeah? Or we can receive some help. When it's really emergency, like these people in the fire, they have a fire, all the houses were burned, $1 million houses. Now, suppose they have insurance, fine, but now they have nothing. They're on the street, so of course they need help from someone else. Nobody says anything about that. If it were me, I also would do that. I also receive help. If I am on the street and cold and have nothing to eat and somebody helps me, I accept that. I would not be too proud to accept help when I need it. Because later you are strong, you work, and you help again in the society. Have the next fire. No problem. That's no problem. So when you're in trouble like that, don't say, Master says you have to be independent. And you cannot receive help from anybody, so now I have to die. Right? Yeah. Be flexible, yeah? Learn my teaching and assimilate it, digest it, and use it for different circumstances. You know? You have to know what's right, what's wrong. Don't always say, Master says like this, and it has to be like that. That is brilliant idiocy. It's not good. So, for example, I have told you already, people keep asking me all the time about why I put makeup on, why I wear like this, why I don't wear monk's robe. Why should I wear monk's robe? What is the use of the monk's robe now? When I sit here with you, whether I wear monk's robe or I wear makeup, what difference does it make to you? I don't have to say any reason first. And what difference does it make to you? What I put on this skeleton, what difference does it make to you or to me? Right? Right. But because society demands, and now I'm in different position and different influential power, I have to do this like this. It's good for you, good for people, and good for the connection with the whole world. Yeah? So that I can help more people. Instead of clinging to my rope and helping only myself and a few who are attached to that kind of outer appearance and move nowhere beyond that. Capito? Yes. So whatever you learn from the saints of different teachings, learn and make it your own. Learn and be flexible. Huh? The Buddha said the same thing. Don't say, I am teaching different from the Buddha. Don't say, I don't wear the same clothes as the Buddha. The Buddha say what? My teaching is like a raft only. When you already cross the river, you don't carry the raft on your head, on your shoulder. That becomes your obstacle then. When you cross the river from this side, you need the raft in order to carry you across. But once you arrive at the other shore, you don't carry the raft with you all the time. Because the raft before was the one helping you, was the helping instrument. Now, in this situation, it becomes an obstacle. Understand what I mean? Yes. And then you will bump into all of the trees and the people around you when you carry the raft on your head all the time. And you get tired from that. Because you say, well, the raft is the one that helped me. You know, I have to be faithful to it. I have to sleep with it, carry it all over, and go to my grave with it. Isn't that ridiculous? Similarly, right? The monk's robe was the one I thought was helping me to fend off the world so that no boyfriends would come and disturb me. Well, I used to attract boyfriends. Not that I had that many, but I attracted them. So then I thought that would be good. And also afford me to go around to see different society and people wouldn't wonder why I go around so much. Yeah, monks can go around and learn. That's okay. But now I have learned, right? I have mastered what I learned. So I don't need that robe anymore. I can wear it or I don't wear it. It depends on how it benefits myself and other people, right? Now it is no use, it's useless, I have to throw it away. That's very simple reason, right? And you see how we grow faster. Because before I wasn't famous, okay, I can wear anything. I wear monk's robe, okay. But I don't need it anymore. And that's a hindrance now to me and to you also. Because you will be attached to my robe all the time. And you think if you don't wear that, you never become a Buddha. Nonsense. I could swear, but I just say nonsense. Because then maybe you scold me. But actually it deserves, it deserves more than just nonsense. But never mind, just keep it. I'm a lady after all, yeah. So you see, huh? Many of you must ponder over my teaching, must think about what I teach, and make use of it in different situations. Please, don't cling to one corner of my teaching and make trouble for yourself and other people. No.
I told you many times, but some of you never understand. Even the precepts, they're good for you, and they're for normal situations. There are some special situations where you have to use your wisdom to handle them. Once a person asked me about one of our disciples, got initiation, but now he's in the army, right? And in that specific time and specific unit, they didn't let people eat vegan. And you couldn't even bring any vegan food in for a few months of that period. And he was forced to go into the army because of his age, not because he wanted to. Just in that situation, for a few months, you're not allowed to get any food from outside. So then the mother insisted that the boy had to be vegan. There was nothing there for him to eat. There was no vegan food there. No need to insist that he eat vegan. Just tell him to die on the spot. You know what I mean? It's better to keep this alive. So you have to always use your wisdom. Understand? The precepts, the teaching are only for guidance. Don't buy into that, you die. You cannot hang it on your neck. It will become a burden for you. Okay, it's the same thing over and over again.